Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing tonight? I am your host, Darth Hester, and I was going to talk about something that I've been kind of on the fence about for a while now. I've been on the fence about whether I want to watch the new Stand, Stephen King's The Stand. And I've been battling with it for a while, and I finally broke down like I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna give it a fair shake. And so far, I've been through every single episode. There are some really and truly endearing moments in this one that they didn't original. And some of the parts I feel were sorely missed. Like in the books, there was this part with Stu Redman and Glenn Campbell where they in the new in the new TV show they got high and they started talking about how messed up the world was, and it just seemed genuine for what was happening in the book, and it seemed really more like Stephen King was actually talking through Glenn Bateman in the books. At least that's what I believe. But that's just my opinion. But that moment where Glenn Bateman and Stu Redman were talking in episode 3, I remember that in the books. In The Stand. It was, sure, it slowed down the pace a lot, but hey, but it is good. It is very endearing to see them talk about the world and how messed up it really is. And we've got a lot of different things going on with the new Stand. That was just one of my favorites that they didn't add in the original release of that was in the books that I thoroughly enjoyed. Sure, they probably could have added it in. It may have slowed the pacing, but I think it would have been worthwhile to see how they really felt about the situation, if you know what I mean. And I've watched every single episode so far, all the way up to episode 7. I don't know if it seems like it's coming up to the end, or what should be the end. No, since I was running late, it had no video, no intro, no schmexy, no sexy intro, no. We're just gonna go with it. And I'll see if anybody actually shows up. I invited somebody to come on with me, but we're going to see how that goes. Hopefully that changes. There's a lot more that has changed that I kind of. Hopefully that changes. Oops, sorry about that. I'm like 5 minutes in and already got a dislike. Yay! Thank you so much for helping out the algorithm. So kind of you. You have a wonderful night, Mr. Dislike. So, the the differences are kind of interesting. I don't know if it's too early to actually say any of these things for fear of spoilers, but it is an old story out of a novel from Stephen King. So the story has already practically been told. Like, I'd say it's over 40 years old at least. If not, I could be mistaken. It's old. Probably almost as old as I am. Judged by the tentacles, that's ancient. There's a couple of differences in the book. Rat Man is now Rat Woman. Trash Can Man's just like Trash Can Man in the book. He's a lot more sexually explicit in the book. When he does set stuff to fire, he does start playing with himself in the book. Just like he did on the new series. So the characters are fitting more the book, where the old TV miniseries was afraid to, I guess. Like, they were probably like, who the hell would want to see that? And they fleshed out the frivolity of Vegas a lot more. I mean, every day is practically an orgy there. It's almost like a more modern version of Caligula, if you catch that reference. Looking at Vegas. And I couldn't think. At first, I heard Amber Heard was in this. I was like, oh, God, no, I'm not going to see this at all now. And then I heard she was Nadine Cross. And I'm like, you couldn't pick more of a perfect role for Amber Heard than Nadine Cross. You might as well put her in a Christian movie and make her the modern day Horror of Babylon, because that's exactly what Nadine Cross's character actually kinda is. I think everybody knows the tale by now. Whore of Babylon gives birth to the Antichrist and ushers in the reign of the devil, you know. Everybody's heard it 1,000 times. Not to mention the trash can man's actually played by another one of my favorite human beings in the world, Ezra Miller. The mannerisms are good. The the character, just like the book. And tell you the truth, I wouldn't expect anything less because I saw who it was wrote by. The teleplay was actually wrote by Stephen King's son, Owen King. And if anybody knows his father's work, it would be his son, right? Maybe I started off on the wrong foot. Maybe I should start with just a basic synopsis of The Stand. Basic good versus evil, God versus the devil. The ultimate good versus evil story in penultimate fashion. Let's just go with the cast here for a second. Just for a few. Let's see if I can get this booted up. Give me a cast list. I've already mentioned Amber Heard and Ezra Miller. So we've got Stu Redman, played by James Marsden. We have Glenn Bateman, played by who? Greg Kinnear, of all people. Greg Kinnear. Which Greg Kinnear is probably a little younger than I would imagine Glenn Bateman being. Of course, I'm used to the old movie, but even in the books, he sounded slightly older than he was actually depicted in the original Stand. And as far as I could tell, Greg Kinnear was a good choice. Let's see, who else do we have? We have Franny, played by what's her name? Odessa something. I can't remember right off the top of my head. Is it Odessa Young? I believe it is. I'm going to double check here as soon as my computer is slow. It's a little slow. I do apologize. I'm trying the best I can here. Let's see if I can get the X-ray pulled up. Cast. We have Odessa Young in the new one as Franny Goldsmith. I was right, Odessa Young. I haven't heard of her before, and I haven't seen anything that she's known for. According to IMDb, she's known for Assassination Nation, The Daughter, High Life, and The Professor. Never seen any of those. But from what I could tell, she's actually a decent Franny. Granted, she's not a natural redhead like Molly Ringwald. And I think even in the book she was a redhead. Franny Goldsmith was a redhead. And then we have her not to be fallen in love with pseudo stalkery love Harold Lauder, played by Owen Teague. Now, compared to Corey Nemec, I actually like the way Owen Teague played Harold a lot better. And I can't put my finger on it, but it seems like the mannerisms and the little quirks that Harold even had in the books translated through to this new series. And versus books versus movies versus the old miniseries, I have to give it to Owen Teague. Bravo, Owen Teague. Never heard of you before, but oh, wait, maybe I have. He was in It and It Chapter 2. Maybe I have seen him before. Maybe I just overlooked him. I have watched those two. But you'd think I'd remember. Either that or he was just that forgettable in those. And I don't know why. Maybe I'm just getting old. Okay. Moving on. I digress. Alexander Skarsgård as Randall Flagg. From what I've seen, this man could fucking play a villain. Hands down, without a doubt, this man could freaking play a villain. If anybody could play Randall Flagg, when I heard Alexander Skarsgård was playing Randall Flagg, I was like, oh, yes, this is gonna be good. I'm like, they're not messing around. This is gonna be great. And I have no idea what's going on with my chat or anything, but I can't seem to actually get it to work. I'm trying to pop this up in YouTube and it's like, nope, you're not working. It says, "To hell with you, Hester." Oh, but where was I? Oh, yes. Alexander Skarsgård versus the old one played by, who was that? Who was the guy that played Bill's brother in the Kill Bill series? Oh, what was his name? Was it another Madsen? Was it Madsen? James Madsen or something? I'm having a hard time keeping track. Madsen, Marsden. It gets confusing after a while. So many years. I can't remember the next one, but I do love the way Alexander Skarsgård portrays Randall Flagg. Some of the little quirky 80s one-liners that were in there were kind of, I don't know if it was him ham-fisting it or what it was. Those are gone from the new series. We do have, let's see, we have Whoopi Goldberg as Mother Abigail. Everybody knows who Whoopi Goldberg is, or at least everybody probably should. Either that or you've been living under a rock for the past 40 years. Known for Ghost, Sister Act 2, The Color Purple. She's also been a talk show host on The View. She's also been in Star Trek: The Next Generation. A lot of the sci-fi and fandom community should know her as from Star Trek: The Next Generation. She plays Mother Abigail in the new series. And my thoughts on her playing Mother Abigail, I love her. I absolutely love her. She embodies the way Mother Abigail should feel when you read the book. Her characteristics in the book. Her characteristics from the old miniseries. Even when she comes back, her mannerisms are just about on point, I think. Some things are a little rushed in the new one, but I don't, like I said, I actually enjoy this. Don't get me wrong. I actually do enjoy this show. I only have little nitpicks here and there with it, to tell you the truth. Like, some of the stuff that wasn't there is now there. And then some of the stuff that actually led up to it, that stuff, is not there. If that makes any sense. Like that little instance in episode 3 that I talked about earlier. Hamish Linklater is Dr. Ellis. Okay. I don't know who. Tell you the truth, I do not know. Known for The Big Short, Battleship. Oh, no wonder. Fantastic Four. Which Fantastic Four? There was like at least two, and there was Fantastic Four with Jessica Alba, and then there was the Fan Four Stick. And it was still Fantastic Four, so which one was it? I'm sorry, I don't know you, Mr. Hamish Linklater. But he's Dr. Ellis. And quite frankly, let's just get some of these bigger characters that are in the further on in the series. And let's talk about them, like the major players. Let's see. Who do we have? We have, let's see, we have the Larry. And hello, Lady Mist. Hello, Leopold Ricardo. How are you doing tonight? Just another red shirt. Thank you all for coming. You may want to hit the fast forward because it's gonna be a hell of a review. The stand is almost completely over. It looks like it's probably gonna be done in like the next episode. So I figure I'd give it a rundown of what I think about the cast, what I think versus the book, versus the old series, versus the new. That's what I'm basically doing here. And I want to know your thoughts as well. So I'm going to try to see if I can put this link into the chat if I can. I'm running off of my phone. And no, it's like, nope, you can't do this. Looks like I'm going to have to try to do this on the YouTube. And I forget where I was. Oh, Larry Underwood. That's where I was. Larry Underwood. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to say this right. Jovan Adepo. Jovan Adepo. Adepo. I hope I got that right. Known for being in Fences, The Leftovers, Watchmen, and Overlord. Yes, I'm basically getting it off IMDb, but sometimes I even need a reminder, especially if I haven't heard of these people. No, Jovan Adepo, I don't know who you are. But you do play a mean Larry Underwood. I like your jib, man, and your jab ain't that bad either. My hat's off to you, sir. Really good. He did really good. He brings the character to life, although I did like the older version. I can't even remember who played in the older version as Larry Underwood. But judging by what I remember of the books, the character, the mannerisms are there. It feels like Larry Underwood to me. And putting aside my absolute abhorrent hatred, we have Amber Heard as Nadine Cross. She's known for Aquaman, The Rum Diary, 3 Days to Kill, Drive Angry, Playboy, The Mansion. Forgot to put that on your little IMDb there. Oh wait, you don't want anybody to know about that. Anyway, I'm trying to put away my bias for this woman, but if anybody should, I should. She does play a pretty good Nadine Cross, I have to say. Very believable. I hate to say it, but almost likable. Like, you almost feel bad for Nadine when you know what happens to her. I remember in the book, I kind of felt sorry for the chick. I'm like, damn, she got the raw end of the freaking stick. Adam Stork played Larry Underwood in the old mini. Thank you, Justin, another red shirt. Thank you so much. I did like him in the old series, but I do think that this they both equally caught the mannerisms of Larry Underwood. Although this Larry Underwood is not as cocky as the old Larry Underwood. I was hoping to have somebody on here with me, but I guess that's not going to happen tonight. So I'm doing this by myself. Gabriel, and on to our next one. On to our next victim. I mean, celebrity. Gabrielle Rose playing Judge Harris. Never heard of you. Sorry. Known for The Sweet Hereafter, A Dog's Purpose, Maud, and Away. But as Judge Harris, I kind of see. I don't really see. I don't remember Judge Harris as much of Judge Harris. She really wasn't really that big of a player. Besides near the end game, she didn't really come too big in the miniseries till Endgame. At least I don't think so. Was it actually played by a man? I can't remember. That's how I'm like, was Judge Harris played by a man in the original? I'm drawing an absolute blank. Please let me know in the chat. Because I'm just like, whoop! My mind is tater salad right now. when it's coming to Judge Harris. I don't know why. Why can't I just... But let's see if... Oh, come on. Yeah, I literally practically just got done. Ozzie Davis. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I think he's the one that got... He's... Okay. He's the one in the stand that bit it on the way. He didn't even make it all the way to Vegas. In the old series. Now, this Judge Harris practically lives on the outskirts. So technically, this one didn't exactly make it to Vegas either. But I guess that's just a whole nother... And I can't remember the comparison for Judge Harris in the books. For some reason, my mind is drawing a blank. But they both meet a similar end. I do remember that. And hello, Tommy the Guinea Pig Collective. I'm gonna see if I can actually try to get this in like chat or at least in my Discord. Let's see what happens here. I hope I don't blip myself out. And here I go. If you want to jump in and actually talk about this with me, so far so good. I think here's the link. It should be in the Pimp That Channel section. All right. Now, I was on Judge Harris. Oh, here's another good one that I really enjoyed. Henry Zaga as Nick. Did it freeze? How long was I silent then? Oh, yes, I was going to Nick Andros. And for the New Mutants, The Stand, Looking for Alaska, and 13 Reasons Why. Really? You must have been young. You look rather young. I don't remember him in 13 Reasons Why, and I've watched all those. Okay, let's see here. See if I can actually get this in the chat. See if anybody wants to come up here and talk to me, talk about this. Been here for a good 40 minutes so far. And I figure I'd carry on, and I think I'm only halfway through. Henry Zaga versus Rob Lowe versus Book Nick Andros. All right, here we go. I think. Oof. If anybody wants to come up, there you go. And we'll talk further about this, the stand and the cast, and what we've thought about it. Henry Zaga, Nick Andros. I believe it was played by Rob Lowe in the original one. It's believable, but there were some times where, okay, he acts like he could hear, but he doesn't act, and then other times he doesn't act like he hears. Well, maybe you could remember what I can't remember, if that makes any sense, Tommy. Because maybe what you remember can trigger stuff that I will remember. Because I'm better once I actually get to actually talking if I forget things. Especially about the book. It's been a while for me on the books too. I haven't read the book in over, I want to say, a good 8 years since I had a copy of The Stand. I really need to get me another copy. I've been trying to burn through the audiobook, but I haven't really had the time. And hello, Yvette DeVoyle. And let's see. Where am I? Oh, yes. The kid who plays Joe, the one that's being watched by Nadine Cross. Yes. Little Joe. Gordon Cormier? I don't know how you say that. Maybe I'll type it into the chat. Maybe somebody can help me out. I like this kid. This Gordon, he played a good Joe. It was believable. The little quirks for Joe matched the book, matched the old TV show. Also match a kid with PTSD. So I mean, all the signs are there. I mean, that would mess a child up. seeing all this go down at a young age. And Yvette is. I haven't seen the Stand since we went from this or THS or was it TBS? Won't watch the new one. Read the book about 30 years ago. Oh, VHS. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, I remember watching it on TV and actually taping it and watching it with my mom and dad as the miniseries came out. Well, it was Rob Lowe that played Tom Collin, or not Tom Collin, but Nick Andrews. Thank you. Now there's a gripe right there for me. Everybody knows MOON. Haster likes him some Tom Collin. Laws, yes. Hey there, Tommy. How you doing tonight, brother?
Hey, how's it going?
How are the guinea pig warriors?
They are nibbling.
Hopefully not at my tentacles.
Oh, well, we never know exactly what they're doing because I can't control them. They are out of control. But, I mean, it's one of those things like I read the book before. Obviously, I watched the movie when it first came out, and then I wound up going to Blockbuster. And this is well before they were ever going to close down. I wanted to get a full copy of the movie, and you had to get it in parts because that was before DVDs and it was only available on VHS. And I remember the pain in the ass it was to try to get the whole collection on VHS because I actually had to special order it. And I want to say even a used copy through Blockbuster at the time, it cost over like $79 to get the whole series on VHS. And I want to say it was at least like 3 or 4 VHS tapes. But I mean, there were certain characters that really stood out in that movie, and one was the character of Gary Sinise played, and it's
Stu
just one of
Redman.
those. Yes, it's one of those things. Like I really could never see anybody else doing that character again because to me, he just felt like he embodied that character from what I remember of the book, which I don't remember a whole lot of it because it was so long ago when I read that. I mean,
it is a long book.
Well, you know what? It's the same thing when you look at some of the other books, like the Anne Rice novels, like The Interview with a Vampire. That's a damn extremely long book. Granted, not as long as some of our other books, like the Witching Hour or whatever it was called. That was incredibly long too. But
I think it's only half the size of the Stand. I hate to interrupt you.
Oh yeah,
go on ahead.
But I'm just saying, like for an average novel, they were a lot bigger than what you see in an average novel. I mean, quite honestly.
Yeah, I think the Stand was 1,875 pages.
Mm-hmm. And
I don't know how I still remember that.
The one Anne Rice novel, The Witching Hour or The Witching something, whatever it was, that was over 1,000 some odd pages too. I just remember that was an extremely thick book. But I mean, just trying to remember all the little details, especially when you got a book that's that big, and if you have not read it multiple times, some of the details get a little sketchy.
Now, here's where the comparison gets all nitpicky with this character right here, Tom Collin, played by Brad William Henke. Something about his lines in this just makes it annoying. Like, Hi, my name's Tom Cullen, and I am developmentally disabled. You may have to, yeah. It's really really bad. MOON. That spells Tom Cullen. It's just, and it keeps repeating. It's like a broken record. The whole developmentally disabled thing, and it's just ooh. Okay. When Bill Faberbach did it the first time, it was endearing, but now with Brad William Hickey doing it, it just seems annoying. I could see why the bad side in Vegas was kind of getting on him and talking a lot of shit about him behind his back. Shit's annoying.
I mean, I think that was one of the things about the original character too. Yeah, it was kind of endearing in a way, but I mean, it was just a little bit more. I guess you would say simplistic. I'm assuming from what you're saying that the other take is like. And I think that's the problem with a lot of times when they do these remakes of these all these different movies and these different shows is they try to add too much to it instead of keeping it simple, you know? I mean, once you start stretching out and you start taking it to some place where the character wasn't originally meant to go, you kind of lose something in the translation. And guess what? It's no longer the original character that it was intended to be now.
I mean, he's got some of the mannerisms down right, but it's just, I don't know. His delivery is just, ugh! It makes me want to smack my TV. Now I'm gonna change subject to change cast member for versus book. He did okay, except for that one developmentally disabled line. He just kept pounding and pounding that crap in, and it just, I don't even like to repeat myself, but that even sounds annoying. So you could see where my gripe is with it. I don't even like to repeat myself, so I don't even want to hear anybody really repeating herself like that. I mean, that may sound kind of disableist, but it's, I don't know. I guess it's just the way I am, or
It's just, I mean, like I said, I haven't seen the newer version, and I had no interest whatsoever to see the newer version. I completely like the original one just fine.
the original one is good. But I did say there was this one scene in episode 3 where Gary Oldman and Stu Redman were, he just met Gary, and he found out that he was a painter, and Gary took him to his house, and they spent a whole conversation smoking weed talking about how bad the world was, and Gary and his character was cussing up a shitstorm, and it felt like Stephen King was actually talking to us in the book, because it seems like Stephen King would actually just cuss like that. Because if anybody's heard Stephen King, I just feel he would have done that.
So did they pretty much stay? Did they go more towards the book in this, or did they stick more what the original um series movie did?
It's a little bit of everything.
Did they have Trash Can Man?
Trash Can Man is still a man. He's like he was in the book, almost completely butt ass naked. Jacks off the fire. He's Trash Can Man. He was a dirty little fiend in the books. No, nobody, like, they dumbed him down to crap for that TV series. And I was kind of mad about it. I think that was like maybe my only gripe with the original, is how dumbed down they did Trash Can Man.
No, then again, there was only so much they can get away with at the time. Because remember, that was just regular broadcast TV when that first came
That
out
was like
too.
early 90s too.
Yeah, it was 1994 if I remember correctly.
Was it 1994?
I'm almost positive. But I mean, I don't know. I mean that the original version I thought was really good for what it was. For a miniseries movie that was made for broadcast television. I think they probably took it about as far as they could take it at the time.
Yeah. They probably could have, for what they could have done and what they thought they could get away with, they did okay. What am I talking about? They actually did pretty good. But they still got away with that nude scene with Dana in
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah.
That bare-breasted scene. We don't see any of that in the new one. I was waiting. For that full busted glory. Nope, I was deprived. And Dana, let's see, let's go to the cast. I think it's alright. Why is it being weird? Why is my x-ray being weird? Yeah, I'm literally looking at the IMDb x-ray as I'm literally, because some of these people I've never heard of before. Everybody knows famous Ezra Miller, who plays Trash Can Man. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, from everything he's done, he really is the epitome of a trash can man now.
No, he's literally riding around the desert looking for a bomb in his underwear.
Nadine Cross.
Yes, Nadine Cross is played by what's her face? Amber Heard. Perfect. Absolutely perfect role. I couldn't think of any better role for Amber Heard than the Stephen King equivalent of the Horror Babylon. And that's me putting it lightly.
Well, you won't want to try to put it into her context because then you'd have to get a lot of butt wipes and everything. There'd be a lot of cleanup going on. You just don't want that on your channel.
I don't want that on my bed.
Odega, what's up, buddy?
And Lloyd Henry, played by Nat Wolff. I've never heard of you before. He played in Paper Towns, The Kill Team, and Palo Alto. He does make a pretty good Lloyd Henry, but he doesn't have that debonair charm like the old Lloyd Henry from the old series.
God. Yeah, it was 94. That long ago.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think we can get away with a guy on a four-wheeler riding around in a desert in only his underwear, jacking off the fire. No, I don't think so. I mean, the 90s were edgy, but damn. You know what I mean? It's like a whole nother level. Oh, there was this one that I was actually looking for. It's what's her name from the lady that Shawnee Smith's character in The Stand. I can't remember her name. I think it's Julie something. I think she did good.
Shawnee Smith.
Yeah, Shawnee Smith. Who did?
Julie Laurie.
Julie Laurie. Hey, Deej, how you doing?
Yo, what's up, Deej?
Just quit playing my game and found that you were talking about The Stand.
Yes, we're giving a cast rundown versus the book versus the old series, and my thoughts on the new series.
Uh-oh. What's your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are actually kind of positive. I only have a few nitpicks.
How about the guy who plays Randall Flagg?
I love it. I love him.
The original guy, I mean, he came off as a really dirty car salesman. He's just somebody you just couldn't stand.
Oh, he was the guy you definitely wanted to hate. Now, Alexander Skarsgård just can play a fucking villain. Those Skarsgård boys can fucking act. I'm not gonna lie. I may be a little biased, but Alexander Skarsgård's good. I like him as Randall Flagg very much. He's got that sophistication and swagger to pull off a sophisticated Randall Flagg. And he's got more, when he needs to turn on the sass and the charm, he does it so flawlessly. It just seems natural. It doesn't seem like you said, sleazy, or Deej said sleazy car salesman-y kind of.
Oh, no, that was me.
Was
it? Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, the dirty, sleazy car salesman.
Yeah. It doesn't seem sleazy car salesman-y kind of. No, it doesn't feel like that at all. It feels like I'm here, you come with me, or crawl back to Mommy Abigail kind of.
So speaking of that, Mother Abigail.
I like Whoopi. Mother Abigail is good. I like Whoopi as Mother Abigail. She embodies the book. She embodies what I liked about the old series, Mother Abigail. And she just seems very tender and very endearing, just like the old Mother Abigail. And that's what we liked about Mother Abigail. So I think she just hits the nail right on the damn head.
Are we watching the same series?
Yes, I believe we are. The Stand with James Marsden and Stu Redman. Yes, I believe we are. CBS All Access. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you got a different take?
Let's hear what you got.
I've got a completely different take.
Let's hear it.
Whoopi as Mother Abigail is semi-okay.
Okay.
Skarsgård's Flag, he's probably the best out of all of them.
I can agree with that.
Marsden's okay.
But he's no Gary Sinise.
No. And about the only other one that I like is Kinnear.
What'd you think? Okay. I keep going back to this conversation with Stu Redman and Greg Kinnear's character in episode 3, where they're talking about how the world is and how it's all fucked, and they're both getting high and stuff. I remember that conversation in the books, but I don't think they would have put it in the 90s version. They could get away with it now.
Well, they had him drinking a beer in the 90s version instead of getting high.
Yeah, that's about the only difference. Other than that, they were just drunk and talking. I think it was. I thought it was a good exchange, and I thought it was a real good way to look at their situation and that world at that moment.
The rest of the cast is shit.
I don't know. I kind of like Julie. I don't know if it's because she's hot or what it is, but
You're probably looking through rose-colored glasses, but
no, not really. I don't think so.
All right, what about Glenn?
Glenn.
Originally
That's
played
Kinnear.
by Ray Walston.
that's Greg Kinnear's character.
Yeah, I like. It's a younger version, that's for sure. But Greg
Yeah,
Kinnear's
yeah.
probably.
Yeah, but you figure Greg Kinnear's probably around my age,
Yeah,
a little older, so it's not that far off.
it's really not that much further off. But the book version was much older than even the one that was actually playing in the old one. He was an old man.
They completely underused the Nick character.
I agree. There.
They turned him into some idiot. They completely screwed up Tom Cullen.
My gripe, yes, that was one of my big gripes with Tom Cullen.
They really fucked up Harold Lauder. They basically just turned Harold Lauder into a peeping Tom pervert. That's all they turned him into.
Yes and no. Because Harold Lauder was like that in the books.
Not to this extent. Come on, the CBS has got Harold Lauder. They got Trash Can Man running around masturbating, watching people all the well.
But he was
got
like that in
Harold
the
watching-
books.
Masturbating, but you got Trash Can Man masturbating whenever he's trying to blow something up. It's just
He did that in the book. Trash Can Man was a real scumbag in the book. He was nasty.
in the book it was the extended book when it came out, it was Lloyd that raped Trash Can Man when he first got to Vegas. They've turned Lloyd into an impotent person that every time you mention Flag he goes soft.
True. They've even some of the best masculine characters are kind of like, eh.
Parrot Head. Darth Wheezy.
Darth Wheezy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take up that moniker on some of the less serious streams. But
And this whole thing took away from all the good building of the early part of the book and glossed over it with just some flashbacks.
yeah, back to that. Another one of my gripes. What was it? Episode 5 at the end, they start playing Don't Fear the Reaper by
and
Blue Oyster Cult.
they just do that in there for fan service, I think.
It's a little late for fan service. You should have done that in the beginning.
They completely glossed over the whole spread of the pandemic thing there. I mean, you never really saw what happened when Champion first got there to stew. You never got to sit there and listen to how the military was handling things.
No, you never got to see any of that.
The only time you seen the military was there at the end when Stu was getting out of the place and the general let him go. But you never seen
Did the general blow his brains out in the original one?
No. Well, yes, he did, but
it was off screen.
No, well, it was. You heard the sound go off. You seen the other guy that was the general's aide go in and find him dead with a sign hanging around his neck. But they were the ones that were in charge of the whole thing in the first place, and you kind of alluded that they were down in Cheyenne Mountain, bunkered down. And it was before everything went completely to hell when that general offed himself, not after pretty much everything was over.
God, that's been forever. Was that the character that Ed Harris played?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think they named him the same general in this one. And there is my other biggest gripe. They can't even get the fucking town in the right state for Hemingford Home.
It's supposed to be in Boulder, Colorado, isn't it?
No, in the book, it's Nebraska.
The book is Nebraska. But
Hemingford Home and the original miniseries was both in Nebraska. This freaking miniseries puts Hemingford Home in Boulder. So she never had to go anywhere. She was right there in the town.
So she didn't even have to move with the party.
No, she was already sitting there in Boulder the entire time, and everybody just came to her. It wasn't going to Nebraska first to look for her, and then the group picked her up and took her, and they left the signs along and the CB radio dials and everything else telling them to move on away from Nebraska and go to Boulder instead.
That's right. That's right. Wow. I'm starting to remember it now.
I mean, is it just me? Or is it like whenever they try to do these remakes? I mean, because they did quite a few Stephen King remakes. One of the other ones I remember them doing like quite a few years ago is when they redid The Shining. And they tried to make it supposedly more like the original novel. But it was so poorly received that most people don't even remember it.
Well, that's because it's going to be a hard time trying to top Jack Nicholson.
I mean, even though the original Shining by Kubrick wasn't really, it was like very, very, very far away from the book. Immensely. But the character, that Jack Nicholson played, when he played that character, he made it essentially a Jack Nicholson movie, really.
He nailed that. He nailed Jack Torrance.
They redid Carrie. You never hear anything about the remake of it.
No. God, they even redid Christine.
No, I have never even heard
Really?
of the remake of Christine.
Yeah, this is the first I've heard of it.
I know there was the Maximum Overdrive, and then years later they did it with the original name Trucks.
I liked Maximum Overdrive. I thought it was good, cheesy, but I loved it. I don't know why, but
yeah, Christine movie 2016.
2016. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, because the original one came out in 1983. And the original Christine movie was basically a play off an older movie that was called The Hearse.
It was like when they redid Salem's Lot. That sucked too.
Oh, God, man. The original Salem's Lot was the shit. I liked that original one.
Well, I liked it too, just because it had Adrienne Barbeau.
I mean, every time they go to do a remake, 90% of the time they fail miserably. I mean, do you guys recall at all Dark Shadows, the original one?
Yep.
Okay, and then they did that like 1990s remake of the TV show, and it just sucked ass.
That's what I remember. The 1990s version of Dark Shadows.
I thought it was horrible compared to the original one. The original one was a lot more campy, but I thought it was better, quite honestly.
I'm gonna have to see if I can find some of the older Dark Shadows episodes, like you're talking about.
You know what? You know it's funny, Haster. In my search through the House of Doom, which I'm still in, but my mother had, it looks like, the entire collection of Dark Shadows, the original series. It looks like the entire damn collection.
Shut the front door.
It
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Unfortunately, it's all on VHS tape.
That's okay. I got a VHS player.
I do
Don't
think
bother me none.
I do think she bought some of them on DVD too. I just can't remember because after I seen all the VHS tapes, I was like, "Holy cow!" And I mean, oh man, there was just like tons of different movies and everything collections she had. But I remember that Dark Shadows collection because you remember they used to have those like the little VHS storage containers. She had something about 3 of those filled with all the Dark Shadows tapes. I forget how many each one of those little things can hold, but I want to say it's like 16 to maybe 20 VHS tapes, something like that. And she had 3 of them filled with all nothing but Dark Shadows. Yeah, right. Just another red shirt. And Jack Nicholson nailed Jack Nicholson. Like
Now
nobody else could.
I could actually agree with that statement. Jack Nicholson nailed Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
You know what I was actually not too upset about? Not to take it too far away from the stand, but I went out and I picked up the oh Jesus, what's it called now? Dr. Sleep. And I was not really upset about it. It wasn't exactly how I thought it was going to be, but I was not upset over it at all.
I'm actually delving into the audiobook myself. I have it on my phone. And I think I'm into like halfway through the first chapter. I should really get back into it. So far, it seems all right.
So I'm taking it that this is only available on the All Access channel.
CBS All Access.
Yeah, see, I'll never watch it.
And I'm watching it on Amazon Prime with a CBS All Access subscription thing.
I'm waiting for the train wreck of this rewrote ending.
Yeah, me too.
Because Stephen King, they've all said rewrote the ending for this miniseries that they're doing.
If it sucks, we could blame Owen, because he's the one that wrote the teleplay for this one. His son.
Yeah, apparently his son didn't read his dad's novel if he can't even get Hemingford home right.
I don't know. I'm not feeling at all inspired to even possibly want to see this now.
And I have to rewatch this whole thing again because I have to have everything fresh in my mind, because as soon as this series is over, I got asked on somebody's stream to talk about it.
See that first I'm listening to Haster and he's telling me like, semi-decent things, and then you're coming on and you're bringing the flip side of it, and you got the Debbie Downer, and now I don't know what to think. Now I'm like stepping back. Like, I don't know if it sounds like a good idea.
The whole thing that I hated was the first few episodes was nothing but flashbacks.
It's getting better.
They were already in Boulder. The whole series starts off in Boulder at the church already, with Harold Lauder first walking in there and then running outside to throw up. And then it goes to a flashback of him back in Maine. And basically him getting beat up left and right. And
Pervin on Franny.
Pervin on Franny. His mother and his sister dying. They didn't even go into that much detail with Franny and her dad. They basically showed him out in the garden, and then the next thing you know, he's laying in bed dying. There was no.
And next thing you know, he's trying to become part of the garden.
Yeah, it's like they didn't even go into like them, Franny and her dad sitting around listening to the Ray Flowers show, where the military comes in and shoots her because she won't get off the air talking about him. None of that stuff happens. The only thing that happens is after that, when she's sitting alone eating pie, is she hears this disc jockey say that he's not going to let Captain Trips take him out, and he shoots himself on the air. And then at the very end of the first episode is when you get to see Champion actually escape from the lab to grab his wife and kid.
And that's when Don't Fear the Reaper should have started.
I will say at least they got that part right from the book, where the door was shutting and Flag stops the door from shutting so Champion can get out.
Yeah, that sounds right from the book.
Yep, that was at least from the book. Instead of Champion just being a guard outside of a gate, which made no sense anyway, how he would have got infected in the original miniseries when he was outside, not inside the lab at all.
Yeah, that didn't make no sense either.
Oh, Parrothead. Orange Man.
I mean, lately anything of Stephen King's coming out has sucked. Look at The Dark Tower. That movie was just a cluster.
Never seen it.
That thing was a culmination of 7 different books. No wonder it was bad.
I mean, there was a point where Stephen King, he wrote a book and somebody wanted to translate that into a movie or a miniseries, and it was almost always without doubt going to be successful. Now, it's a hit or miss with half of the stuff that's being reworked or redone. Or that's why I was, like I said earlier, I was really surprised when I seen that Dr. Sleep really wasn't that bad overall. At least I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was bad.
If you're going to do The Dark Tower, do the entire series, lobstrosities and all. Charlie the Choo Choo.
Well, see,
We're talking.
They missed a big opportunity there, because the Dark Tower flag should have been in that too.
He was. He's just called something else. He's not called Randall Flagg.
Yeah, but they twisted it around to where you had no illusion that it was Flagg in the Dark Tower movie. At least in the books of the Dark Tower, you knew it because Roland actually crossed over to the Earth in the Stand. He ended up on the Earth as the plague was being spread.
Yeah, I remember. I vaguely remember that now. It's it's been a while since I read those books. I don't even have all of them anymore. I have 5. I have 3. I have 2. The Wolves of the Calla. I have the Drawing of the 3. I reread Wizard and Glass. I used to have a copy of the Wastelands. I don't know where it is, but I have a paperback copy of the Gunslinger, which is Dark Tower 1. I've read the Song of Susanna. I've read 7, The Dark Tower. Oh. There was a time I had everything up to Gerald's game. But I digress. Yeah, I kind of want to see the new ending, see where they take it. Like the series or not, I'm already this far.
And they're overplaying the whole Vegas issue with the gladiator games and people beating each other up out in the streets. And
But that's that was, I think, in the books originally the Rat Man's job, running the pits.
yeah, but they're overplaying it. Hell, you didn't even see him trying to confront the judge. You only briefly hear how they screwed up and there was a shootout. You see the judge sitting there watching him come, driving in, and then next thing you know, they're talking to Flag on how they screwed up. And there was a gun.
Unlike the old one, the judge didn't even make it to even a shack, where in the new one, the judge was actually held up.
Yeah, the judge
and actually living there for a while.
Yeah, it's
didn't even make it near Vegas. They found the judge on the road in the old one and just gunned his ass down.
God, I really need to rewatch the original movie again. It's been so damn long.
And how this past episode, when they got to the point to where Stu fell and broke his leg, in the original one, at least it was believable that it was a washout that took the bridge out and the road. This one looked like a giant freaking earthquake came and ripped open the whole countryside.
Yeah, it's just... Okay, now that you put it that way, that just makes it... I'm starting to feel your disdain.
And as this conversation goes on and on, the less I want to see this new version.
Even I'm hearing him talk about it, it's making me notice where I have so carelessly overlooked. Because I look at different things. I look at character flaws and things like that, and characteristics and mannerisms. How these actors act. You're analyzing every scene down to the number and how many rocks are actually probably even in that that collapsing of the road scene, probably. Whereas I'm like, is he going to make this a believable fall?
Well, hell, that damn thing was at least 30 foot deep. And when they did the pan out shot of it, it went clear to the mountains.
Is that smoke detector getting louder?
I'm starting to think that that probably my neighbors are trolling me at this point, because
Are they coming in and taking out your good batteries and replacing them with old ones?
no, nothing like that. I think they're just sitting underneath where I'm sitting in the basement, probably with a smoke detector or carbon monoxide detector with low batteries, and just letting that fucker beep. Either that or I'm just being paranoid as fuck. Take it or leave it.
They're coming to get you, Hester.
Was it
But it's me again, Margaret. He.
Yeah, okay, here's another one. This version of Tom Cullen doesn't really seem to me mentally challenged at all. He just seems like a dumb surfer dude.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
That's all he reminds me of. Is a dumb
And
surfer.
okay. Was it you, or is it just me? Or did Nick Andrews act like he heard at least once or twice?
No, there was points to where the acting of the actor was not matching up, and he was reacting to sounds in the show that he shouldn't have been.
Okay. I thought it was just me.
I mean, they completely blew past that whole thing. You never did see Nick interact with the doctor or anything else. He just gets beat up in a bar and then wakes up in the hospital, and pretty much everybody's dead except for the one that beat him up, and he's dying. That's it. I mean,
Yeah, it's
everything that should have happened in the first few episodes with the build-up was just glossed over.
this is probably one of the best comments of this section. Of course, you got to remember who we're actually talking about. We're talking about Ezra Miller.
And
He'll find a way.
That was completely unbelievable that he'd be hanging on a rope on next to a nuclear missile using a grinder to cut it off.
In his underwear.
Yeah.
And he's not as vibrant with his bum-de-bum-de-bum.
No,
My eye for you.
He mumbles it to himself, and it's like you can barely hear it.
That's because he was too busy choking himself.
If that was the case, that'd be great. But no, he really wasn't choking himself.
Are you sure?
Now, the only time you really see him choking himself is when he's sitting there getting ready.
When he's setting the fire.
When he's setting off the first gas tank. Because he strings out the car and he runs back there and he's holding it, and you see him jacking off right before he pushes the button to watch it blow, and then boom, and he really starts in. It's just like, what the fuck? See him jacking off right before he pushes the button to watch it blow, and then boom, and he really starts in. It's just like, what the fuck?
And hello, DJB2.
Oh,
You have
hi,
something?
hi, Darth. How you doing? Hi, guys. How you doing?
You have something to say about this new stand?
Oh, hi, Darth. How you doing? Hi, guys.
That is okay. Do you have your YouTube on with that?
Yeah. I'll mute that shit.
Thank you. Do you have something to say about the stand DJB2, the new one? Or are you watching it? Or do they even have it over there? That's an even bigger question.
Oh, what? Well, the stand, i.e. the Stephen King thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to fuck around with YouTube and that kind of bollocks. Yeah. The stand, yeah, we got that. Not watched it. To be quite honest, not watched it. I did watch the Stephen King stand, one in the 80s or 90s.
No, it was 94 according.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one. The one
94.
with like Randall, wherever his face was. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not up on that. I am up on One Division. And actually, the last thing with One Division was actually wasn't that bad. It was better than the last one.
I don't think
Yeah,
I want to see WandaVision, but I don't think I want to pay for Disney Plus to see WandaVision.
I have no
you don't
interest in
pay,
it.
dude. You don't pay. There are it's out to rent. You can rent it.
Oh,
Yeah.
You can rent it basically.
to rent. Okay.
Yeah, to rent. Yeah, you can, to rent it. It's fine.
Yeah, I know
Yeah, I
myself.
will say-
I have no interest whatsoever in seeing anything that Disney does. I am a self-professed Disney hater,
Oh,
and I got
Tommy,
my reasons to hate them.
Tommy, I don't disagree, my friend. I don't disagree. I agree, basically, Tommy.
Since when have you not liked Disney, Tommy?
I have been pretty adamant about it, like over the past 3 years.
Just 3 years?
No, it's only 3 years that I've been talking about it on YouTube. I'm sorry, DJ. Go ahead.
Come on, you know you love the Mickey Mouse Club.
So, Tommy, are you a Floridian? I just have to ask: are you Floridian, Tommy?
Am I what?
Are you from Florida?
Yeah.
Ah, that explains a lot.
Well, I'm not originally from Florida, but I've been living there for the past 8 years. So
That explains a lot, my friend. That explains a lot. And that's why you hate Disney. And that's fine. That's fine.
I haven't liked Disney since the 90s.
Now, dude, the Tommy has lived the hate, and that's fine.
I'll tell you what, I didn't care much for the park either. I mean, my whole life, I never went there until I moved down to Florida. And the wife had decided she wanted to go on vacation, and we wound up going to Disney. And while some of the stuff there was kind of cool, overall experience, I didn't care for it. I didn't like it. I found it extremely boring.
Guns and strippers, then.
Oh, that would have been preferable, you know.
Yeah, guns and strippers was preferable, dude. I'm only joking, mate. Because
I do hear they have some nice nightclubs down there.
Oh, Florida's stripper capital, mate. Florida's stripper capital. Loads of fucking strip clubs. And I know that how I'm in the UK, and I know that how.
We're not going to question it.
Now just check it out for yourself, you got guys and gals and whatever.
Ow.
Well, you're a fucking squirrel, so am I gonna question your gender? I'm not gonna question some other being's gender. That would be inappropriate. Oh,
Yeah,
now
dude.
you're.
Now he's a guinea pig. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
happens when he gets assimilated.
Okay. Since D just brought up some gripes about episode 7, I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there.
Episode 7 of what?
The Newsstand. I don't remember Glenn Bateman missing Kojak and yelling for Kojak. I remember him leaving Kojak behind to guard Stu.
Well, he technically didn't leave him behind. Kojak just wouldn't leave.
Guys, I've got to fucking catch up. So I'm going to have to go onto some naughty website in Russia to get most of the sand. It's a naughty site. It's a very naughty site. You shouldn't do what I do. No, naughty. Naughty. Smack on the wrist. Naughty.
Yo ho, a bottle of rum.
Yeah, I mean, personally, when you talk about Disney, though, and a lot of their stuff, and I disliked a lot of the stuff they did, and especially, just besides the movies and everything, it's just some of the things that they've done when it came to like that little kid with the tombstone. I didn't care for their whole approach to that. And then when they started coming after me on my channel with copyright claim after copyright claim after copyright claim, just giving me a hard time.
Dude,
I developed an extreme hatred for their stank asses.
Dude, put your channel in the private chat, wherever. I will fucking subscribe to you, my friend. I'm already subscribed to, Darth and that kind of stuff, but dude, put it there. And I will spread that as far and wide as I can, because you're being suppressed.
I was doing live reviews of The Stand until after episode 2, and then I quit because I just couldn't stand it no more.
Dude, Tommy, put a link, dude.
I'm trying to see if I could pull it up. I'm on my phone, so it's a little bit difficult to try to pull that kind of stuff up.
So you have been watching. You're just not doing live reviews.
Yeah, I'm not doing the live reviews anymore because it sucks so bad.
Well, the Stand thing. Again, I've only watched the 1990s or 2000s Stand thing with that random guy, and that was pretty cool. I actually liked that. The new one, I'm probably not going to go there, to be fair.
I like the original version that came out because the cast was so much better.
Yeah, the thing is, the thing with like 80s and 90s casts, much better actors. They were, cool. Tommy, have you ever finished that or not? Someone getting popping on my Discord, and it's fine. Oh, am I? I think I've actually come out of the Discord. I know what the fuck I'm doing, dude. Yeah, no, I've come out of that. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm here. I'm with you guys. It's cool.
I mean, think of it this way, Darth. Molly Ringwald looked old enough to be...
Molly. Oh my god, Molly.
She looked old enough to be Harold's babysitter. In this new one, she looks younger than what Harold does.
Oh, Molly Ringwald. Oh my god.
Yes, true.
I like redheads, so that's just me.
True. Odessa Young does look like she could basically probably be his daughter almost.
Molly Ringwald. Oh my god.
Of course, Corey Nemec was about the same age as Molly Ringwald.
Oh, Corey Nemec, like from fucking
the original Harold Lauder.
Well, Corey Nemec was in Sage, wasn't he? In like, I don't know, series 8 or 9 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can nerd. It's fine. I'm a nerd, so yeah, whatever. I own it, so it's fine. But yeah, Molly. Oh fucking hell, Molly. Jesus. Oh, for a redhead. Oh my god. Yes, that's what I can say about Molly Ringwald.
And all the shit that Amber Heard's pulled, I just can't stand watching her on this miniseries.
Dude, Amber Heard took a shit in Johnny Depp's bed.
Yeah, we know this.
Yeah. So,
I was trying not to mention it.
Molly did not do that. Molly is a classy lady. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, okay. Amber is redhead, but she took a shit on some dude's bed. So I'm going like, no. I have to say it because you won't.
What is this thing doing?
I have no clue.
I hate trying to use my phone to do things. It is so difficult.
Ah, dude.
I'm doing the same thing right now. I'm probably gonna.
There.
Guys,
So
I think I got it.
Ditch the phones. Fuck them. It's
what?
bad.
What are your okay? Final thoughts so far, 1 through 7. The Stand new versus old versus the book.
I'm going to give it a 0 since I've never seen it.
Fair.
Not
Deej?
Senate. Not Senate. Oh, go for Deej. Go for Deej.
Mine, I would rather watch Galactica 80.
Oh, Galactica 80, mate. That's actually not a bad fucking thing. They're
Ooh.
flying motorcycles, dude. Flying motorcycles. What the fuck? Galactica 80, they're flying motorcycles. That's good. They're just flying motorcycles, dude.
Now that
Good. Space Camp is bad.
now that Deej has been putting things to light that that I have completely overlooked.
You do
I'm
know
gonna have to go with a 5 out of 10
Oh, well, for the stand.
I don't because some of the parts that they did add from the book were really actually really good.
That's fair enough, dude. I mean, I've not watched it, so if you give 5 out of 10, that means I could possibly watch it.
But the
All right.
parts they added does not even compare to all the stuff they took out.
So Deej, if you're saying what I think you're saying, would you rather watch Wonder Woman 84 again?
I didn't watch that one.
I watched that, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
After I
sorry.
seen previews with her lassoing lightning, I didn't even want to watch it.
Really?
Oh,
Well,
Wonder
you know what?
Woman
You're probably
84
better off.
was like,
Oh, we got Yvette's rating.
Actually, I would rather watch Captain Marvel again than
Oh,
watch
Jesus.
this version of the Stand again.
There's
Oh,
another-
sweet
there's another one
Jeebus
that I
titty
watched.
cinnamon.
Never
wow.
watched, have no intention of ever watching it. Just like I've never watched The Last Jedi and I've never watched The Rise of Skywalker. I
She
straight up
told me it
refuse.
wasn't for me, so
Oh, I watched The Rise of Skywalker, but I didn't buy it. I didn't pay any money for it.
so
Let's put it this way.
It was out to rent, so I kind of like whatever.
I was offered a free view to watch it on somebody's channel. They wanted me to come on. They were going to watch it, and they wanted to do like a breakdown of everything. And I told them right from the jump. I said, "Here's what I'll
So
do.
fuck you.
I'll randomly watch about a trailer's worth. So I'll watch no more than 15 minutes. After that, I'm walking away from my phone. And when you're ready to talk about stuff, then I'll talk about it." Because he played the whole movie, and I refuse to watch it.
So you basically said, fuck this shit, I'm out of here.
Yeah, pretty much. Fuck this shit.
Hey,
I'm
that's
out.
cool, man. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool, man. Your fucking priorities, mate. That's cool.
I mean, I usually don't like stars telling me what I should and shouldn't watch, but this time I actually listened. Brie Larson said it wasn't for me, so I didn't watch.
Yeah, man. Remember what I always say. Don't let anybody
Oh.
tell you what you can and can't watch. What
There's
you
a-
should or
there's only-
shouldn't say because your silence.
There's only one thing that I wouldn't watch again instead of this Stand.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
This current Doctor Who. I can't.
Dude. Oh god, the fucking Doctor Who shit.
From what I've been hearing, I think I'd rather tear my own arm off and feed it to the neighbor's dog than
Do not watch it. I mean,
watch
Starlight
New
Girl,
Who.
Starlight Girl's is the best one to see about the current Doctor Who. She fucking hates it. Starlight Girl.
I would
That's
probably
what-
listen. I'd probably watch Discovery again before I'd watch The Stand again.
There's something else I've never
Oh,
watched.
Discovery. Good lord, I've watched it all, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm sorry, I watched it all, and the only reason I'm watching it all because I love Star Trek.
You poor man. Are you okay? Do you need some therapy?
Yes, I need fucking therapy.
After all that, you might. That'll give a man eldritch nightmares.
Oh, dude, it was like, yeah, I'm like watching this, and it wasn't just this season, it was the one before. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And it's not Eldritch, it's like, oh god, it's fucking Cthulhu level shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? It's Cthulhu. Like, Cthulhu is fucking tentacle raping you, and it's like, what the fuck?
No. I don't think so. Hey, Culture Casino.
What's going on, buddy? I'll tell
Hello,
you what.
Culture.
The minute I seen the previews for Discovery and I seen those Klingorks, I tuned out right then and there. I didn't need to see anymore. I did not need to watch it. And when I heard about Picard, I didn't need to see that either.
Oh, dude,
I don't know what it was, but no thanks.
I watched it all,
Tommy.
and it was bad. It was bad, very bad.
Did you see what I shared on Twitter yesterday, Tommy?
I probably did. Remind me.
The chick that played the head Klingon was taking her makeup off. And she looked
like a bunch
she-
of, like she had chiseled that off her face.
No, the what caught my eye and what grossed me out was it looked like she was smuggling tribbles under both armpits.
Oh dear, the dirty lady did not shave under her armpits.
Poor
no,
Tribbles.
She
She likes it all natural.
she
Hey.
had way more than even I have under my arms. It was whoa.
Wait, she's got more hair than you do? You're a furry man.
She has more hair under her armpits than I do.
I'm gonna have to check my armpits because I don't shave because I'm a woman. But yeah, there's not that much under each armpit. I'm actually feeling my armpits, and yeah.
Frightening.
She is obviously a very masculine woman.
And I put the caption, is she smuggling tribbles? And I shared the video.
I think we're done talking about the Stand right now. I think we're just into rambling territory. If anybody wants to come up and talk, by all means, come. I think we've been rambling for about like a good, hour and a half for almost
all
2
good,
hours
bro.
Well,
on
yeah,
the Stand.
episodes.
It's all
Two
good,
episodes
bro.
left to
It's all
stand,
good,
so.
bro. It's good. It's fucking funny, but it's all good.
So I wonder if, like a lot of other movies, when they come out, because I remember, like, one of my favorite franchises of all times was Transformers, and I remember when Michael Bay started doing his crap ass Bayformers. one of the things you could not find on the shelves at all at the time was the 1986 Transformers cartoon. You could not find that thing anywhere at the height of the Bayformers.
Dude, you can find that if you want to tour and you want to rent the 1986 Transformers. You can find that very, very easily. If you want to,
I'm just talking about like in the regular stores and everything, trying to find a new copy. At the time, I couldn't find anything. I did when they had their 30th. I believe it was their 30th anniversary. They came out with a steelbook edition. I did pick that up when that came out. So I mean, I've got two copies. I've got an older DVD, which it's got some wear and tear on it, and then I got the steelbook.
Nice bandana, dude. Sorry. Yeah. You got steelbook and that kind of shit. Yeah.
Oh, Latino slant. What's going on, Paulie?
Oh, Darth Haster's got his like fucking, America, fucking fuck you, and that kind of shit on. That's cool.
America! Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah!
America!
Dude, I play American guitar, so
And now I'm getting sued by copyright struck by Paramount. How many seconds was that?
We probably did about 5. That's about it. Fuck 'em.
Speaking of Transformers, Tommy.
What's that?
Speaking of Transformers, I'm sharing a picture with Darth Rest right now. If he can throw up, a friend of mine has this. I'm working on doing a video with him at some point when he has free time. You may be interested.
You should actually share that with all of us because it would be cooler.
Is it on my Twitter or what is it?
No, it's down below.
I'm only on Syria.
I'm sharing.
I mean, I could go to.
Go ahead and share screen if
I
you
did.
can.
It's sitting down below, waiting.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, I've got to say hi to Lady Mist because she's. Oh, Lady Mist.
Of course, when this picture was taken, there's been
It's
many
Lady
more
Mist.
since then.
She's a good girl. That's why I say, yeah, baby.
I'm trying to blow this up so I can see it a little bit better. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not bad. I see a lot of good G1s in there. I probably have most,
Oh, dude, you got Marsh Lamb. Nice.
I probably have most of what he has there. If not all
Went
of
to
it.
use some Marshall shit. That's cool, man.
He's added since then. It's way bigger than this now, but
That's cool.
as soon as he gets a day off from work, I'm going to go over to his house and we're going to make a video of this so I can throw up on YouTube.
It's some Marshall stacks.
I love my Marshall amps, mate. That's why I play with my Gibson guitar. And
My first one was a crate, but I ended up getting me a Marshall.
Yeah, that's what I had. I had a crate bass amps, and you know what? Those things, they lasted. I took them out on quite a few road trips when I was out playing with my band, and you know what? They never failed me. Never failed me.
Those fucking crate amps take a damn beating, don't they?
Oh yeah, they can. I dropped it one time. We were loading up into the back of the truck, man. I just dropped that, bam, 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 picked it right up. It was fine. Threw it right in the back.
That's cool, dude. It's cool.
Played good. Yeah, it just played like nothing happened.
Dude, Marshalls and Gibsons, that's how I roll. You could probably tell that by my fucking avatar.
Okay. In more new reboot news, is anybody looking forward to the new Dexter?
Well, Dexter, the psychopath show.
Yeah, the forensic analyst serial killer.
Yeah.
They're really gonna reboot
dude,
that.
I really enjoyed the original show.
Yeah, I think it's actually going to happen.
What is with this?
Seriously?
What is with this shit where stuff is not even really grown old and stale yet, and they already want to reboot it? Like, I mean,
It's not a reboot. It sounds like it's picking up where it left off.
oh, okay. The way you said that, I thought you were saying like it was going to be a reboot. Like, I mean,
From what I read of the article, it sounds like they're just picking up where the last episode of the original left off. So
Okay.
it's not even a reboot; it's a continuation.
If it's a continuation, yes, I'm up for that. If it's a continuation, can you hear me, guys?
Because isn't he somewhere in Canada now? Sorry, spoilers, but if you haven't seen it by now, I feel sorry.
I need to say hi to Lady Mist.
Hello, Raven Starclaw. Good to see you doing well. Glad to see you up and running. Been wondering how you actually were. Been missing. Haven't seen you in a while in the chat either. Yes, I do pay attention. Despite what everybody says about me.
You know we love you. It's fine.
I forget where my train of thought was. Hold on. I know. I was like, hold on. Where's my train of thought here? Dexter. Yes.
Yeah, Dexter. Yeah, you were talking about Dexter. Yeah.
It's like
And
my
then-
train has almost left the building. I really think if it is a continuation, I'm all for it. But if it is like a whole reboot, I'm like, I could pass on that.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I mean, I really loved Dexter, the actual original series and that kind of stuff. I fucking loved it because it was fucking creepy as fuck, but it was all right.
Hey, Kitty. I think somebody wanted to say hi. Let's see if we can get.
You got a kitty cat, have you? The kitty
Yes.
cat's saying hi.
Luna wants to say hi. No, don't. Stop. You're scared. No. I was trying to actually get her on cam and you'd be. Aw.
Oh, kitty cats. I love kitty cats. I've got a kitty cat. She's a beautiful, beautiful girl.
I'm gonna see if Butterflies can put pictures in Discord.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to switch to Discord then. That's cool.
Oh yeah, they better not have. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With, I'm with just another red shirt on this one. Too late.
Oh, just post on Discord. It's fine.
I seen somebody in the chat mention the stuff with the hedge funds and GameStop.
Oh, the GameStop. Oh, that stuff is hilarious, mate.
Oh, isn't it? You know what? There's nothing better. There's nothing
I'm
better than
off
watching
my arse off every day.
spoiled rich people actually lose money and then whine and cry that it isn't fair. You know what? It was fine when you were raping people for all the money you were making
You're
and
right,
destroying
mate,
companies, but now that it got
Exactly.
You're
you know what
right,
it
my
is?
friend.
Let's
You're
put
right.
it this way. It is
It's
the
lawsuit time.
No, it is a perfect example of a movie becoming reality because it's just like trading
It's like,
places.
fuck you, buddy. That's all we care about. Fuck you, buddy.
We're putting it to you now. You
Yeah.
don't like it. Da.
Right there. It's
Exactly,
real life.
dude, exactly. Fucking yes.
It's real life trading places, man. And Mortimer did not do well.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Trading places is probably the best way of putting it.
Would you like to put your stocks in my hoop sack?
Huh?
Fuck you, buddy. That's what we say. Say fuck you in there, buddy. Fuck you.
Maybe we should end this with some Ailstorm. Fuck
Wow,
you,
why-
you're a fucking wanker. We're gonna punch you right in the balls.
Oh, dude. Hailstorm, dude. I was, oh my god, Hailstorm. They're fucking amazing.
Hey,
Their
hedge
pitches
funders.
are fucking awesome.
Hey, hedge funders, come over and get one in the yobbles if you got any.
Love Hailstorm. Sorry.
Yeah, the next verse was fuck you with a fucking anchor. You're all cunts, so fuck you all.
Yeah, exactly. I love Hailstorm. Actually, I was only, should we say, enlightened to a Hailstorm like a couple of weeks ago, but fucking love them.
That's what I think about the rich Wall Street people getting
Yeah,
mad
fuck 'em.
about this whole GameStop gate thing.
Fuck that, we're
listen-
an anchor, you're a fucking wanker, and that kind of stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Well, you know what the funniest thing about it is? They sit there and they tried to restrict trading on GameStop. So then they started going after other companies and doing the same thing there. So
Fuck them. Burn them. Burn them all.
And now for another life lesson from Justin Timberlake, addressed to the Wall Street people. Cry me a river.
I'm glad. I am honestly glad that we're on the same
did we let
fucking page.
When in the hell did we let Justin Timberlake in the studio?
MOON. That spells hedge fund.
M-O-O-N.
You in the arse with an anchor. You're a fucking wanker. And that's all
Nope.
you need to know.
All right, Yvette. Well, thank you for stopping in. Have a lovely, what is it,
No.
morning?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it's like 5 a.m. here. So, whatever.
well,
Practically morning.
Oh, yeah, it's morning, but, we can still chat. It's fine.
Have a good rest of your day, Yvette.
Oh, Yvette. Oh, Yvette's. Oh,
She's leaving.
have a good one, Yvette.
And let's see, if the wrenches could round up everybody's channel, that'd be great while we close out. Tommy, you got anything to plug, brother?
I got a couple more videos that I'm actually working on. Finally, going over all the stuff that I found in my father's house. Because I'm still cleaning out his house. I'm going on 5 months now cleaning out his house since he passed. And what a
Fuck a
freaking
duck.
disaster! What a disaster, man. I mean, there's been so much stuff in that house. I mean, I can't believe that he managed to put that much shit into one freaking house. But I'm nearing the end. Finally, I'm getting to the end of all the really cool items that I found, I think, and I'm hoping to be done with it soon. So I'm going to be posting a couple videos on the rest of the stuff that I found, and I got a few other odds and ends, like little throwbacks of things that I used to do before, like one of these restaurants I haven't been to since I was like maybe about 15 or 16. I'm going to have that up on the channel, and I'm going to start getting back into maybe doing some more Transformers discussions and other stuff like that. And hopefully I'll get back home and I can get back into my regular channel stuff again. So
Tommy, post your fucking channel link in the YouTube thing. But
I thought I did earlier. I don't know if it went through or not.
I'll probably fucking been past that, but just post it in so peeps can subscribe.
Deej, did you pop in the chat before you came up, or? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I got you. Maybe you could, if it is in there, you could slap it in the chat. You've got a wrench.
Parrothead.
Yeah, because wait a minute.
What
No, I
am
don't.
supposed to slap into the chat?
If Tommy's things, you could take it out of the private chat and put it in the.
Yeah, subbed. Done. So we can, yeah, that's cool.
Thanks, Parrothead.
Yeah, it worked fine. Tommy's is working just fine.
Yeah,
Parrot heads.
yeah,
All right.
Heads on top of it.
yeah.
Parrot heads the tits, man. I love parrot heads. Cool.
Yeah, he sorted me out. That's cool.
Yeah,
I've got nothing. I've got nothing to shill. Basically, I am a random dude that you are gonna find on the internet. I know Mecha. I know Sorry Girl. I know a bunch of other people. I come here because I love Darth Hasta.
The
He's a
thing
good
the
dude.
stand was actually missing. Deej put it in there. Beebs.
Boobs. Boobs.
Because if I remember correct, that scene with Dana was really good back in like '94. Because I was like 14 and I was like just hitting puberty, and that just hit it right there. You know what I mean?
Oh, you like the boobs? That's fine, dude.
I don't know about you guys, but that was my experience with it because I was maybe like 14, 15 years old then. So
You're pretty near where I'm at. I'm like in my mid-40s, so yeah, probably.
bunch of youngins.
All right, so to recap, Stan, 7 episodes, and you've had at least 3 people masturbating. You got Harold,
I'm in my 40s. Masturbating is
you got Trash
problematic.
Can Man, and then you got random guy in the park that's going to Yankee Stadium to run around and masturbate on home plate.
Wow, that's pretty fucked up.
So whoever, well, Owen, I guess, Stephen King's son, sure
Owen
loves
King.
masturbating.
Well, that okay, that's quite questionable.
So what you were saying is they were really just trying to pull each episode along.
Yeah,
Well, all just putting each other off, aren't they?
Would you say it was a stroke of genius that they put all those scenes in?
probably.
Oh, yeah. Definitely a stroke of genius. Yeah.
Maybe they missed a stroke because it really hurts to watch.
Maybe they all need girlfriends so they can not stroke.
Well, who better to take care of you than you, right? I mean,
I know you got a wife, Darth. It's fine. And she is treating you good, so you're a good guy.
to each his own. I mean,
Oh, dude. I wish I the 16, 17, 18. Nah, my last girlfriend, she was legal. She was 16. It's legal over here. I wish I married her. She was amazing. But I fucked up, and that's my bad.
yep.
yeah. The only thing this miniseries is missing right now is Clarence Carter singing "The Stroke," stroke it to the east, and I stroke it to the west, and I stroke it to my flag that I love best.
Are you some kind of pervert who likes to masturbate a lot?
Not me, but apparently the writers and all this for the Stand must be.
Probably me.
Now, like I said, different strokes for different folks.
Oh, dude, Gary Coleman meme. Oh, God, Gary Coleman. That shit was funny.
No, I didn't have Gary
close.
Coleman in mind different strokes, but no, that wasn't where I was going with that. But I kind of like where this is going.
That would be a funny meme. Every time there's a masturbation scene in the Stand, you get Arnold popping up going,
All right, somebody needs to like video meme that shit like yesterday.
And I'm in the UK. And I know the Gary Coleman memes.
Because
What
we're gonna revive the Gary
What the
Coleman
fuck?
meme now.
What the fuck? I mean, sorry, dude, but what the fuck? I know
We're bringing
about
it back
Gary Coleman.
stand style.
Yeah. I love you guys, but I mean, what the fuck?
Well, and it really was. I really wasn't that impressed with the whole whacking thing. What was he doing? Whacking a Vienna sausage down there?
Also,
Ezra Miller?
the Gary Coleman memes, like different strokes, different folks, that kind of stuff. But you got the Gary Coleman meme. The other Gary Coleman meme was just the Postal 3 Gary Coleman ship, and that is like meta.
I'm telling you, 2 more episodes. I bet you there's at least 1 more masturbation scene.
I bet you he's on the way in with like a stick on the gas and on the 4-wheeler, and he's just like straddling the bomb, just dry humping the thing. Bomb did bomb. No.
That could be a possibility. Either that or he's trying to shove it up his bunghole as he's driving along.
Well, let's just get Lloyd to drive it up there. Nah. That would be even probably too graphic. They'd probably have to change the rating.
Why? They show everything else on CBS All Access.
Oh yeah, good point. Never mind. Fuck all of what I said.
You seen Klingort tits? What the hell?
Klingor tits would be welcome in the stand at this point. I hadn't seen any titty.
That's because most of the actresses in this don't have any.
I don't know. The one who played Dana looked pretty stacked.
Oh, you're just more enthralled with surfer dude Tom Cullen.
Oh God, no. MOON. That spells wrong.
Hey, have you even heard him say it? You've heard the other people say it around him, but you haven't heard Tom say it.
Tom?
Think back over the episodes. How many times has Tom Cullen actually said the line?
He has not said much of any of the moon.
No. It's
Ever.
everybody else saying it, except him.
It's like maybe once an episode, and that's like every other I think it's like every 3 episodes you maybe hear him say it once. It's mostly, "Hi, my name's Tom Cullen. I'm developmentally disabled." Yeah, it's that line. It's not MOON.
No, then you get the other characters there that just go MOON. Yeah, that's Tom.
I'm still here, guys. I just had to pee.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, I've been drinking beer like a lot, so yeah.
Okay, get ready to go back outside and shovel snow again.
Yeah,
Well,
at least-
I'm glad
at
you
least-
can come on with. I'm glad you can come on with me, DJ Odyssey, and talk
I'm
about
good.
this because you picked up on things that I apparently overlooked. I tend to do that.
Whether I'm a pisshead. I'm just kidding. It's
I'm really getting tired of this middle of the night shoveling shit. Why can't it snow during the day?
what? Why are you tired about? What you're tired about? Explain, dude.
Shoveling snow.
Oh, shoveling snow. So you got a big old snowstorm and that kind of shit where you're at.
Yeah, it's snowing again.
Are you
More
in
snow.
Canada?
No,
I
I
think
mean
it got-
Illinois.
I think it got
Wait.
down to like 17 degrees where I'm at.
What were you at, Deej?
Illinois, middle of the United States.
Seriously, you got to stay there?
Well, yeah.
Middle America, ripping the fields. Ahoo, ahoo.
Bring to fucking Kansas, dude.
And of course, just like the last storm, it had to do freezing rain first, then snowed.
That's fucked up. That is seriously fucked up, dude. What the I'm getting really pissed off my fucking dressing gown because I can't get my hand. Oh, there you go. Done.
But with
You
my
got a
really
dressing gown?
screwed up, my really screwed
yeah.
up
So
back.
yeah. I wear a dressing gown because we're in lockdown 3.0. They want to lock us down, and they want anal swabs now. I'm like, fuck off.
They want anal swabs.
So here's my question when it comes to that kind of stuff. Let's talk ridiculous. If you're talking about locking people down for something that's got like a 90 some odd % survivability rate, so what's going to happen like once this actually goes away? Are they going to start like doing lockdowns every flu season too?
Probably. And Tommy, yeah, I find it fucking retarded as well. And I'm not disparaging against people who may have mental retardation, that kind of bullshit. I find it retarded, though.
Yeah, it's just so ridiculous. I mean, what's next? I mean, if they have a breakout of lice out of school, they're gonna like lock the school down, like send everybody home. Like, I mean, where does it stop with this kind of ridiculousness? Somebody sneezes on the street, man. We better shut the
I
whole
do
country
see where
down.
you're going with this. Like, where is this going to end?
It's bollocks, mate. It's bollocks. And the problem is I'm in the UK, obviously, because I have a weird accent to you guys.
You have an accent?
I couldn't
even
Yeah,
tell.
I fucking have a motherfucking accent.
I couldn't tell.
Oh, good. I find that so great. I'm just fucking with you there. Yeah. It's fucked. That's all I can say. It's fucked. No, that's all I can say. Honestly, truthfully, and if Darth Hasta wants to ban me, that's fine. All I'm saying is fucked.
Well,
Let's put it this way: if you relate what we're going through right now with this ridiculousness to a movie like The Stand, what do you think today's society? What do you think today's society would do in a Stand situation? I think everybody would be screwed.
I'll be fucked up, mate. If you actually
yeah,
read the
let's
fucking book.
just put everybody on lockdown, whether they survive or not. Yeah, that sounds real good.
It's bollocks, mate. It's bollocks. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Bollocks.
That's what they should really make The Stand, COVID-19 edition.
The quarantine edition.
The quarantine edition.
It's all bollocks, mate.
There's CBS All Access. There's your original idea. Now run it, bitch dudes. Pastor has spoken.
You spoken, my motherfucking friend. Yeah, fucking spoken. That's awesome.
All right, well, I'm going to take off. I got one more person to harass real quick before we go outside into the cold.
All right, Deej.
You guys take it easy.
All right.
Be well.
You have a good one, bud.
Later, Gator. Thanks for coming up and hanging with us and giving us your insight.
Lovely to meet you, my friend. Lovely
So
to
now-
meet you.
So now, Darth, go back and rewatch it and catch everything you missed.
All right.
Lovely to meet you, Deej.
I will.
Lovely.
Nice to meet you too, DJ. See, it's a
Me
good thing I
too,
changed my name.
yeah. My avatar is my guitar.
Yeah, let's put my real avatar.
All right,
up.
everybody. Take
Have fun.
care. Stay awesome. Stay safe.
Stay classy.
And for the Lovecraft enthusiasts,
That's right, DJ's gone. Actually, that's really nice. Meeting him. He was alright. Actually, both are too. I only hang out with cool peeps. And you're both cool. That's fine. And that makes me the asshole. Ha 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 ha.
No, it was a pleasure meeting you. Nice talking to you.
No, we can still talk. I mean, whatever. It's fine.
Arhaster, you still here, or did you boot yourself from your own stream?
It seems he's still here. So Tommy, what kind of music? Oh, actually, okay, Tommy, what music you like, dude?
I actually like a wide range of music, just because when I first started getting into music, I didn't want to be tied down like everybody else, where they say, "Oh, well, I only listen to rock and I only play rock, or I only listen to jazz." No, I took a wide spectrum of music. So
what actually inspires you? What music you saying? Yeah, fuck yeah.
It's a little bit of everything. But if you're talking about what guy actually made me pick up the bass guitar, that would actually be Cliff Burton from Metallica. There was something about
Cliff,
the way he played.
Cliff, I love Cliff. He's alright.
He had such amazing background in his music playing, especially like a lot of classical stuff, and you could kind of hear it in the way he he would write. So, I mean, that was what actually got me interested in playing bass. So.
Oh, dude, I love early Metallica. I fucking hate the Black Album forward, and I know Darth Haster loves his Metallica and that, but yeah, I think the only listenable Metallica stuff, and do not get me wrong, Jason, not a bad bass player. But he cucked out. He cucked out on and Justice for All. He was good on Justice for All, and he was good. He was better than he was after. Put it that way.
Hey, guys.
I know. It's contentious.
About to wrap
I'm a
this up.
Megadeth guy. I'm a Megadeth guy, so it's contentious.
Yep.
It's all right, dude. It's all right, dude. We can agree to disagree.
We'll talk about another night. We'll take that one up another night.
All right.
Oh, we'll cuddle. We'll cuddle with that. We'll cuddle. We go. Oh. I'm just fucking with you. Just don't worry.
Stay awesome.
Oh, dude, you're breaking up.
Say Eldritch. Darth Haster out.
Why are you out, bud? Yeah.
Did he leave his own? I think he left his own stream again and forgot to end the stream.
Oh, dude, don't worry. Dolph and I have this Megadeth Metallica kind of thing. It's fine. Hey, you're back.
All right, this is paying me off. This is paying me off, I swear.
You're back.
Yeah, you know what happened, Master? What happened is I sent the collective. I sent the collective over to your house. You have cyborg guinea pigs.
Are they chewing on my fucking cords again?
Yes. That's why you're having a hard time
Shit!
closing this
They're
stream.
chewing on my damn cords again. Fuck. All right. Stay awesome. Stay around. Bye.
Well, you said Darth Haster out.